is another tutorial that's going to have multiple episodes. Here, I will be showing you how to make a base defender game. So, I already have these sprites here. The sprite here because I already failed recording twice already, and I did a lot of progress with 3 other sprites, so yeah. And I already have a backpack that was from my, I already have a backdrop that was from my backpack. Sorry, I'm getting tongue twisted right now. So yeah, this is going to have multiple parts and many aspects, including pausing and all that stuff, and even a shop. This is going to have multiple parts, as I said. So be sure to smash that like and subscribe button and ding that bell so you don't miss out on any more epic tutorials. Alright, so let's get started. So if you haven't created your player yet, this is what I created. You hold down Shift and use the circle tool and make this, and then you just create a little rectangle, send it to the back layer, and there you go, you've got your turret. So I'm going to code this now. So first we're going to go to events and put in a when flag clicked. And then we're going to go to motion and put this in. So now we are going to go to forever, point towards mouse pointer. If you are new to Scratch, this actually might seem really cool because even if you're in the blank space, it'll actually point towards the mouse pointer. Next, we are going to go to another when flag clicked, a forever, if, mouse down, then we are going to create a clone of myself. We are going to make a bullet sprite later, which is going to be in like less than 1 minute, which we are going to use. So create a clone of myself, and then we are going to make a new sprite called bullets. Bullets. All right. Since this is going to be a really realistic game, I'm just going to create a bullet with the little tip at the end. So I'm just going to select the color, maybe set the brightness here and then make it a little darker, make it like this, maybe a little less outline, and then go here, set this to pointed, and there we go. So we all have our bullet sprite now. So now we are going to go to code and then go to a when flag clicked and hide. And before we get to the new parts, we are going to go to player and create a clone of myself. We are going to switch this to bullets. So if it's mouse down, it's going to create a clone of the bullet. And then now we are going to code the bullet to do something when the mouse is down. When I start as clone, we are going to go to the player, and then we are going to go to the back layer, like this, and show, because we don't want the bullet to be hiding. So now, after this, we're going to go to motion, and we're going to drag a pointed direction, backdrop number of stage, and we're going to switch this stage to player, and switch this X position to direction. So it's going to, no matter where the direction is, it's going to point in that the direction of the player. So it's kind of like a mimicking, I guess you could say that. And then we are going to go to a control, a repeat until touching edge. Edge is not actually a sprite, it's just the edge of the blank screen. So repeat until touching edge. We are going to move 15 steps. We're not going to use the X or Y because it could just go like this or just go like this. So we want it to point directly in the direction that it should be 15 steps. And we should add a little bit of, like, a little offset to it. So we're going to put this direction of player plus pick random minus 2 to 2. So now it's not going to directly pinpoint precision or nothing like that. Move 15 steps and then delete this clone. So now we have a fully working bullets and player. Yeah, so let me get in full screen real quick. Alright, so as you can see, it's not directly pointing in the direction of the player because it has a little bit of offset. So now, I'm sorry, it has a little lag. I'm using QuickTime Player, as you can see right here. Or, yeah, right there. So now we are going to create the enemies. And then we're just going to rename it enemies. And then I'm going to create the sprite, and I'm going to create a something very important in the role of the enemies. It's actually going to be called an enemy despawner or something. Actually, we're not going to make an enemy despawner. It's just going to look like it's smoothly scrolling. So, just kidding. We're not going to make an enemy despawner. So, we're going to go to the circle tool, set this outline to like a dark red, and then set this to a red. So, it's going to have like a little demon theme, I guess you could say that. So, then we are going to hold in shift. And we are going to set this to not as big, but nearly as big as the size of it. And then we are going to go to the line tool. Sorry. Actually, we could set these to little hands, I guess. So I could set this to 5. And then I'm just going to set this to like that. And then copy this. Send this both to the back layers. There we go. So now we've got our little mini zombies. And we could set this to a little side. To the side, I guess. Oops, sorry. My fault. Yeah, so we can put them in front, I guess. Almost there. Alright, there we go. We've got our little enemies. So now we've got to, remember, we've got to center it in the main circle because we don't want it to make it look like it's not turning the right way. So now we're going to go to a when flag clicked, hide. And then we're going to control a forever, a wait 1 seconds block, go to operators and get a pick random, as you might remember for the bullets right here. The enemies, and then we're going to set this to 0.9 and 2.9. So it has a possibility of 2 seconds. So we could click this and it's just gonna get some random number, right? Ooh, that's actually pretty close. So, yeah. All right, so now we are going to go to a create clone of myself. So right now, and then we are going to get a when I start as a clone, go to X. Oh, let's see, where's the maximum X position it could go to? All right, almost there. Close. I think it's around 240. I think it's 244, right? Yeah, I think it's 242. So we're going to go to X242. Y, pick random 160, because that's a decent place. And then to negative 160. Alright, there we go. So now we are going to do a point in direction 90. So it's not going to head straight for the player. It's going to just go across the screen and try to like destroy the base that's imaginary right here or something. So now, repeat until, and then we're going to put in or. And then on the second one, we're going to do a touching bullet. And then the other one, we're going to go to if, and then we're going to get the greater symbol, and then we're going to do a negative 241, because as we can see, the maximum it can go is 242 to negative 242, and it can't be more than 242. So we're going to do this if it's more than 241, which is going to make it 242. I'm sorry if it sounds a little complicated. And then we're just going to go to motion and then grab the little input X position. And then we're going to do a change X by 1.2 minus 1.2. And then we're going to put a delete this clone after. Alright, so now, oh yeah, I forgot. We have to put a show, because we don't want the enemies to not look like they're there. So if I did this correct, they should be showing. That's weird. Are they even showing? This is something weird. Go to X242. Pick random, create clone myself when I started the clone. Oh, now I get it. It's if it's more. So we have to do if it's less than 241. Sorry, that was my mistake. If it's less than negative 241, then it would work. So now if it should work. There we go. Yeah, and I forgot. It has to point in the direction negative 90. So it doesn't look like they're walking backwards, unless if you want your enemies to look like they're doing the moonwalk. So now I can strike right through them. So which is why we are going to go to or touching, if it's touching the edge or if it's touching the enemies. It's going to treat the clones of the enemies as if it's the normal sprite. So now, there we go. So now we've got fully working enemies. So yeah, that's all for this episode. Be sure to be on the lookout for the next episode, where I'm going to be making a pausing and a counter, and the help for the base. Actually, I'm going to quickly check if it properly works, like it would actually smoothly scroll. So we're just going to wait and see if it works. If it looks like it's smoothly scrolling, then that's good. Alright, there we go. That looks like the best I could do. So that's all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to smash that like and subscribe button and ding that bell so you don't miss out on any more epic tutorials. And be sure to be on the lookout for the second episode. And so if you found any glitches, you can tell me in the comments, and I will try to answer them as soon as I can. So yeah, that's all. Bye. Peace out.